We're here with Representative Bruce Griffey of District 75, who's going to give us an update about the Asian Carp Open Forum held earlier today.
Thank you very much, Laura. We're very fortunate that Speaker Cassada has decided to make this issue an important topic to discuss and get the legislature's attention. The Asian carp is an invasive species of fish. There's four types, but they're invading our lakes and rivers, and they demolish all the plankton and other substances that the sport fish, like carp and crappie, bass and crappie, excuse me, live off of. And so it's really damaging our rivers. Plus, when boats go by, the vibrations in the motors, whether it's a jet ski or a boat or something, causes a bunch of the fish to jump up in the air. And these fish get really, really big. There's been a friend of mine just caught a 70-pound Asian carp, big head carps this week in Big Sandy. So the fish are so big, if they were to jump up, they can actually break bones or, cause substantial injuries to boaters and people on jet skis. So it's extremely important. And they've demolished sort of the fishing industry to the extent that the bass fishing tournaments are leaving Kentucky Lake area, and actually Chattanooga has scored 3 of the big bass tournaments that normally were at Kentucky Lake. They've moved to Chattanooga. Each one of those tournaments represents about $1 million of tax revenue for the local industry and businesses, and that's $3 million that we're going to lose this next year in my district. So it's extremely important.
Extremely important for your district.
Yep.
So you're out there fighting on that already. So on other issues in this upcoming General Assembly, as you as a freshman legislator, we've got some problems with some other invasions going on. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, look, I'm a former prosecutor, I'm assistant district attorney, and an attorney. I've always tried to abide by the law because we all come together as a group society. We elect our representatives, we make the laws, and we all agree to live by the laws equally and fairly should be applied. So if we start letting a certain group of people ignore our laws or disregard them, it makes everybody else that's following the laws kind of step back and wonder, why should I obey the law if everybody else gets special treatment? Or why should I spend $5,000 applying for citizenship when I see it's other people that just run under the fence or over the border and then they get in free without waiting in line, without paying $5,000? And that's just wrong. It's just flat out wrong. So one of my goals as a freshman legislator is I want to try to strengthen our laws that we have to make sure we don't have illegal aliens in our state, that we reduce any incentives that we have in the state that might attract illegal aliens to try to come here. So I think it's important we do that. So that's what I'm going to try to do as a freshman legislator.
Okay, well, wrap it up with that with one more question. Do you support the wall?
Absolutely. And I'd really, I'm kind of puzzled, I guess, or I just don't understand why people don't get President Trump. President Trump, his interest and focus is on the little person, getting jobs for the little person, getting higher wages for the little person, because when the little person has more money in his pockets, that money gets spent in our communities that supports our businesses and our industries. So if we'll just do that, everybody will improve, the whole nation will improve. But if we continue to allow people in here illegally that get hired on cash basis or lower than the minimum wage, and they can't complain about working conditions or anything else, that artificially suppresses wages for the most vulnerable Americans that need higher wages so they can take care of their family. We've got to get the wages up for the people at the lowest economic ladder of the rung, and that's what I want to try to do as a state legislator.
Thank you.
Thank you.